Hi, this is Shane with the United States Freedom Army. I am the zone captain for San Diego County and Imperial County, and I just wanted to give an update on voting measure 63. None of this is legal advice. This is just my opinion. Could be wrong, so for what it's worth, do your own research and I'll share with you what I found. Also, you can see I got the new U.S. Freedom Army hat, real nice. The patch, it's a good thing if you're going to have a uniform to add. And then got these for my vehicles to get the word out. So anyway, we'll go right into, actually I want to just give an update. I've had a lot of people contact me by email. Actually got to meet with a member out in El Cajon, and he's really interested in the education side. I won't disclose names or anything because of confidentiality. And had another individual want to meet with me Sunday, but my son was sick, so I wasn't able to go to church and meet her after church. But anyway, if you do want to meet with me, just send me an email. I'll send you my cell phone, and just for safety purposes, I use a cell phone to be able to contact where I will be, and expect return text message or phone call confirming that, so that we both have a measure of safety through that means of identification. Emails aren't really enough. So anyway, 63, you probably got this in the mail. Again, this isn't legal advice, but just looking at the title page of this thing, you'll see on page 84 it says regulation of firearm sales, and also removal of firearms from prohibited sources. You've got regulation of ammunition sales. You've got requirements to buy ammunition. Creates a new court process for removal of firearms. You've got large capacity magazines. And they really don't give the highlights on a lot of details. So there must be more paperwork to this thing. In the back, there's on page 163, it starts to talk about the proposition and the law. A lot of legal mumbo jumbo. They really are trying to give you a bunch of filler information with no facts and missing a lot of details. But I'll give you some of the details I extrapolated out of this. On page 164, it says it's going to ensure that those who buy ammunition in California are subject to background checks. It's going to make it illegal in California. I'm reading directly from this. Make it illegal in California to possess the kinds of military-style ammunition magazines. Now, they never tell you what that is in here. I talked to a couple gun shops in the area, one in Alpine and one in San Diego proper, and they feel that's 10 rounds or more on a detachable clip. There's a lot of laws in here about reporting guns stolen and locking them up and stuff. Some of it makes good sense. Some of it I think is a little bit much. Here on page 165 on the bottom, it says, no person shall make an application for purchase more than one pistol, revolver, or other firearm capable of being concealed upon the person within a 30-day period. So they're trying to, to slow down your ability to be able to buy guns. Then on page 167, it talks about the large capacity magazines. It talks about you can't manufacture, you can't do anything, you can't have. It says if you do possess these things, regardless of when it was acquired, right here at the top of page 167 says, regardless of when it was acquired, prior to the law goes into effect July 1st, 2017, if this passes, you got to get rid of it or turn it in. Right here it says surrender the large capacity magazine to law enforcement agency or destruction. They don't want you to have it. It says you can remove it from the state. A lot of guys are suggesting to do that before this law would pass in November. Potentially, these are the November 8 elections, as you see there. And then some people even say you should probably document that with a witness and a signed notarized statement, because if they have a record or they find out you have it and they come knocking on your door, you probably don't want them to search your house, for no good reason. It's very intrusive, and they really, it's just craziness. You cannot possess this high capacity. Oh, but guess who gets an exemption? Right here on page 168. For use solely as a prop for motion picture, television, or video production. Our dear friends in Hollywood, they get to continue their hypocrisy of promoting gun violence, good guys, bad guys, whatever, but yet they're going to stand on their high pedestal and tell us what we can and can't have, and just reject the Second Amendment. So anyway, let's see what else we got here. No magazine, no bullet, no clip, no speed loader, no auto loader, blah, blah, blah. All of that. Anything that gives you the capacity to be able to pump in more than 10 rounds, the speed button, that has been, they've added an amendment to cancel that out too. What else? Ammunition. They want to ban you from being able to purchase ammunition at free will. They want to track you. They want to do a background check. I've heard 50 rounds at a time. This does not state that amount, so it's very vague. They want to commence the sale of ammunition restrictions on January 1st, 2018, where you have to do a face-to-face. That does away with our cheaper than dirt and other companies that sell, bulk ammo at a good rate. Here it says, it's so crazy. These laws are actually look like they conflict to me. I'm not going to go into that, but it talks about you can't even give your ammunition to anybody. You can't go, oh, here, we're at the range. You ran out. Here, let me give you a few. The thing says you can't do that. It's so stupid. A person who purchases or receives ammunition from a spouse, registered domestic partner, or immediate family as described in section 16720. It's crazy. The only thing that you can do, and then down below it says you can. That's where the contradiction is. At first it says you can't, and then it says you can. So crazy. Then on the next page, 171, I'm kind of rushing because the videos, it's hard to get a long video on YouTube. Says the ammunition, it does give for like going to the range and stuff, you can buy as much ammunition as you want there, but that ammunition, they say, has to stay at the range. You can't take it anywhere else. They want your driver's license. They want how much, the type of ammunition. They want your name, your signature, your address, your phone number. And at one time, it even said thumbprint, but they crossed it out. Talk about regime, huh? Socialism at its best. The fees, they're looking at about $50. No more than $50. That's for your privilege to buy ammunition, so they can regulate the hell out of you. Then they can annually review that and see if they need to add to it. Down here it says this is going to cost them $25 million to put this into place. In other words, it's going to cost us taxpayers. It's just ridiculous. There's all kinds of garbage in here about the people that sell it and this and that. It does talk about assault-type rifles in here a little bit. It's very vague and very hard to understand. I have heard that anything with a folding stock is going to be considered a assault rifle. I've also heard rumors that anything that is semi-automatic is going to be considered an assault rifle. And they're going to eventually ban the sale on that. You'll be able to keep what you have, but you cannot even pass it on to a family heir. It's getting god ridiculous, folks. So got to vote. You got to tell your friends. And if you have things that are on this list, you might want to consider storing them out of state. There's certain services that will do that in Nevada and Arizona. I don't know. You're going to have to figure that one out yourself, friends. Anyway, I'm going to conclude this. It's gone way over what I wanted to keep it 5 or 6 minutes. And just thank you guys. Keep in contact, and I will hopefully do another video very soon. I want to talk about some of the basic ways that we can get involved in American Freedom Army, as far as our keeping informed and educated and being able to educate other people. And I'll try to do that in the next week. And I will shoot out an email to everybody in our group. And just keep your friends and folks in mind. Hopefully we can get a barbecue or something going maybe this month of October. And I'll talk to you soon. God bless.